All right. Welcome back to the Madden Ultimate Team Experience, episode number 36. It is November 4th, 2025. I cannot believe it is November. I am joined tonight by with Retro Yemi, the Animal 916, and Westman Y2K, and a special guest, Yunk underscore 16. I am Swain Games, and without further ado, let's get this show going.
All right, guys. So we are coming up fast on the end of Most Feared. What I thought was, at the time, my favorite promo of the year. But, I'd like to get you guys' thoughts on just the program as a whole. Start with Yimmy, and we'll just go around the horn.
Oh, starting right with me. Okay, perfect. Actually, Most Feared this year I thought was pretty good. The ones that sold me for it was the shapeshifter cards. You know, last year there was like a mystery player that you could you can pick between a cornerback or a tight end or a wide receiver or something like that. Like you had to like pick and choose last year. This year they gave you two players, one for offense, one for defense, that could play at every position, boosted stats. I didn't really see too much like shape shifting per se. It seemed like they all stayed like the same body type and everything like that. I think they were supposed to change, but I didn't really notice too many things. But that could just be me. But yeah, like players you could flex anywhere on your defense. Chemmed up with all team chems. Like they were really solid cards all the way around. I'm gonna miss my shapeshifter tight end. That was basically my favorite card, out of that. But he does turn into Bill's legend, Reggie Gilliam, so I'm kind of okay with that. I didn't do too many of the event things. The format was a little bit different this year, and it was actually a little bit better than some of the other events. Let's face it. So basically, there was four different tiers that you had to be in, and if you went four in a row, you move up to the next tier. Four in a row, next tier. Four in a row, next tier. But the one of the kickers is once you got to like that second, third, or fourth tier, all you had to do was win one of those games again, and you stay in that tier. But if you lose a game, you actually got knocked back down a division. Like basically, if you were if you didn't win any games in that shoe, you went down a division and had to basically get promoted again. So that was a little bit of a different format. So I'm sure there was a lot of players up there that stayed in tier four and didn't leave. Probably got the most candy out of that. But I didn't do too many of the CPU events. Didn't really do anything for me. Collecting candy and anything where you can get free players out of the store. And EA basically came out and said one of the biggest questions is stuff like that when you're spending like candy or treats or whatever it is in the store. We don't know if it ever refreshes. They flat out and said this is going to refresh this week. So that was a W. You already basically knew you were going to get 390 overall B&Ds for, if you did it right, free if you saved your candy and did everything that way. The crossover to get the Ryan Shazier tokens from college football, so that saved you some candy in Ultimate Team if you got all that. Yeah, it's just you got a lot of really good rewards from it. I spent the last of my candy getting the Quentin Nelson for offensive line. He'll still be good even after the most feared chems go away. It's a solid offensive lineman. So there was a lot of good cards that came out of this that are still probably going to be good after most feared. And yeah, so overall, I thought the program was a success this year.
All right, Swain, thoughts?
I liked it. I think it was exactly what I expected. It was a lot of content, a lot of things to do. The candy store was not as good as I was hoping for, but yeah, I mean, I don't have too many negatives on it. I got super ass lucky. The spooky pack or whatever it came out on Halloween night, I pulled a Jamar Chase that I sold for 2.9 million, and I literally just bought him back right now as we're speaking for 1.3 million.
There you go.
But
There you
no,
go.
it we'll get into it later, but I think Most Feared had a lot of really good usable items. Um I I I think I'm in the minority when I say this. I miss the morphing. I miss this the unique side of Most Feared with the big strong, the big fast, the fun stuff to do. This year for Halloween, it was like sign on, get one pack, and then sign off. That was it. I wish we would have saw more store offers. But yeah, all in all, I would rate it, like an 8.5 out of 10 as far as the content that was out there and the things that we're doing. It was fairly easy. I think a lot of us got some pretty decent B&D 90s or possibly a few more. The 87, the field pass sucked. That my 87 pluses were 87s. I did get I got a 90 Moss and a 90 Miles Garrett for just simply playing the game. Those are really good cards for doing next to nothing. So yeah, pretty cool.
Animal.
Yeah, solid promo. Like I said, the shapeshifters kind of changed the game for being 95 speed, and if you have crystals and the 2020 most feared. So it's gonna be interesting to see how the meta is gonna change once, because they're still boosted, right? They were supposed to, the boost is supposed to go off, but they haven't yet. So interesting to see what those cards look like when they become Reggie Gilliam and Grant Delpit. I'm very curious to see if they get all team chems. Because if not, then Yemi's gonna be stoked because it'll be the first team, regardless. But yeah, I'll have to do some roster moving around a little bit. I saved my 90 from ranked because I'll probably end up picking up Jamal Charles just because I need a replacement for that shapeshifter running back. Same with the safety that you can kind of move all over the place. So I think it was a great promo. I thought there's a lot to do. The gambling packs in stores always fun. You can do that with candy and training. And overall, I think it's an absolute W program.
Awesome. Young. Hey, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, just to kind of piggyback off of everybody, the shapeshifter was the star of the show. I thought it was really cool to kind of give everybody the chance to have a super boosted card like that you had total flexibility with and could put anywhere. I used mine at running back and basically at middle linebacker. And so I'm actually in the same situation as Animal. I kept my rank pack, so I haven't opened it yet because I want to see exactly how it breaks down on Thursday. With most likely going to take Jamal Charles, depending on how that plays out. But I really liked the opportunity to have so many B&D players for free, just for playing the game, like Swain said. And having the most feared chems, if some of the 87s and 84s even got some run on my team, I run a Steelers theme team, and I got the 84 Calvin Austin, and with all the boosts and everything, he's up to 93 speed. And
That's crazy.
the little dude was cooking, and
Fuck.
that was enough to be
Fun.
able to keep
Just
away
fun.
from
That's
Tyreek
awesome.
Hill. And
Yeah.
yeah, because I'm out here running around with an 84, and you don't get to see that very often. That's one of the things I like this year about the theme teams is being able to have the ability to use some of the lower overall players. They can get on your roster. So I had a lot of fun with it. There was so much to do. There was so much in the store. I do wish that there was more in the candy of like the scary, spooky terror packs or whatever. I feel like those were a little bit too limited, which probably saved ourselves from ourselves.
A lot of money.
Especially Animal and I, because we got that addiction. Y'all got any more of them packs?
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, I enjoyed the heck out of it. I'm actually gonna miss it, but I'm looking forward to see what else comes out.
Nice. Like to know, are any of you actually using Joe Burrow as QB1, the king of the Undercity? No,
I did for a couple games, but I had Aaron Rodgers before that, and then I ended up pulling Lamar, so I wanted to have some fun with him while he had all the boosts. So I just did a ton of QB runs with him. But Burrow was fine. Like I had no issue using him. I thought he was a really good card. His stats were great. His throwing motion was great. I saw a lot of people complaining about it, but
So many people. So many.
oh, I thought he was fine.
Gunslinger.
well, and that's kind of what I want to talk about, and I'd like all of y'all's input. Like, what is the big complaint here? Because even I easily obtained the card, and it was easy to get the upgrade tokens. Everybody was complaining that you had to use upgrade tokens. They were abundant, like they were abundantly available. So, what is wrong in people's mind with this card as a reward? Like to me, it was easy to get. So, what's the problem?
It was real easy to get. I think everyone's complaint was it was actually labeled like redeemed for a the King of the Undercity champion. So I think everybody was expecting it to be a 90 overall off the rip. But again, like what you said, to obtain it, you had to get these 3 guesses, and if you get it right, you know get the solve token. If you get it wrong, you get to guess again. Like it seemed like an unlimited amount of times, and so basically, yeah, everyone, through YouTube and Twitter, all communicated, what the right guesses were. We all knew it was going to be Joe Burrow. Mutt Leaks kind of, did that one in. And so when everyone got the card and, saw that you need upgrade tokens for it, it's like, did you really expect like a card to be this easy to obtain and just be a 90 overall with all team chems and most feared boosts, and it's Undercity royalty boost, like off the rip, like without tokens that you can easily, I don't know,
To me,
wasn't that hard to get
it was
tokens
like a gift. It was like they gave us a gift,
kind of,
and you had to
yeah,
jump
you had
through a few hoops. I wouldn't even say it was like you had to do
if you,
work to upgrade it. You just had to jump through a few hoops. It's not like you had to win 10 straight games of head to head or anything like that. This was a gift.
yeah, and let's face it, you had to spend what, maybe 80, 100K to get the tokens if that's
Yeah.
the path that you wanted. So it's like, okay, so you spend 100K for a 90 overall. What's the problem?
Yeah.
I didn't use him, but he is in my lineup because the all team chems, the most feared chems, and then the even a tier 1 level royalty boosts all players, like all players. So it's a +1 throw power, +1 short route running, and a +1 zone coverage.
The motivator.
That's a huge W for 1 token. Motivators,
it's the only card in the game that's a motivator for everybody, regardless of team, regardless. It's fucking nuts,
yeah.
dude. It's
He might be QB2 the rest of the year.
Yeah.
We'll see
And
how
he's
it
actually
goes.
kind of fast. He's got some wheels. He's not the slowest card. He's not, it's not Joe Flacco out there with like 71 speed. He's got 86 speed.
Chemmed up with 1 token. He's 81 speed, 89 throw power for my team at least. And then the accuracies are all in the 80s, but still it's pretty good again for a 1 token for 80 overall or 82 overall, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't plan on
I don't
using
know,
him,
yeah.
but I went ahead and kimmed him all, leveled him all the way up just because tokens were so easy to get.
So easy to do it.
Yeah, the way I looked at it is we had Shazier, we had Crosberry. The Crosberries taste like Crosberries.
I like schnoshberries.
We're gonna use that from now on, by the way.
I'm gonna call him that from now on. And Paris Johnson, I think, was the other one. So we got those guys for like 200 candy. So all they did was give us another one of those players and had us do a fun little activity to get them. So that's how I looked at it, and that's why it wasn't really a big deal. I'm like, they could have just been like, okay, here's another guy, just do it. But they included the little guessing game or whatever, and I can't believe people really sat there and thought it was like, oh, EA is going to give us all a 90 overall champion.
The meta quarterback in the game for free. Fuck off. That's never going to happen.
Yeah,
exactly.
And I mean, in the community had the shit figured out before I even got around to doing it. So it's like there was no guessing involved for most people.
Right.
Yeah.
And the clues were pretty obvious.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you don't know, just plug it into AI.
You're right.
Damn, we're using AI for Madden shit. That's
it's incredibly resourceful. I can't believe the stuff that it pulls up. Like, I was messing around the other day just testing stuff out, and it's like, oh, that play is in this playbook, and it was accurate. I mean,
it tells
it breaks down match coverage. I asked it about that just to see what it'd say, and it's pretty incredible.
Wow. Which AI model?
Just the one that's on Windows. I forget what it's
Copilot.
called. Copilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. All right. So, with it coming up to the end of Most Feared, what are you guys doing to prepare for the changes after Most Feared goes away? Yimmy?
So my plan right now, I think I'm going to hang on to Randy Moss right now. He still might be good. He'd be 90. He would just go down to 90 speed basically for my team because he wouldn't get any kind of theme team chems. But I think he would still be a good, good player. He usually is, no matter what capacity. Um, so basically, like any like lower overalls that like the most feared chems are going to go away anyways, and we'll be done with it on to the next program. So I have a couple lower overalls that'll be in my lineup that I had for chems that I'm going to quick sell for candy, and basically just kind of bank on the conversion. I'll have probably roughly around like 60,000 candy. I don't. Everyone always thinks like a 5-to-1 to coins. We'll see. But either way, it's like, okay, well, whatever it goes away and turns into whatever, like that's fine. We're done with it anyways. So I have a couple offensive linemen. One actually does get Bills chems, the other two don't, but they're still 90 overall offensive linemen that, yeah, again, basically got for um uh pulling from packs, and like I said, I got the 90 big Q from the candy store, so that'll be good. Might try to go back to the 55 Bills theme team if I can, but kind of see what the next program is going to bring, what players come out, and what we can do with them.
Are you're holding on? Well, I'm holding on to my B&Ds, so that I guess they'll quick sell for training later, right? So
Eventually, they'll
that
quick sell
was
for training. Yeah,
that was my
once the candy
plan, but
goes away.
you're
Yeah,
doing for candy. Okay.
yeah, because I think the candy is going to convert into coins, and I'd rather have that than the training, because you can get training from basically any other B&D
Right.
that you'll get for future programs. But the offensive lineman I'm going to keep for now until we find out, like what's coming out.
Animal, what about you?
It just depends on the conversion rate, what it comes down to. That's going to really dictate what happens, because right now those 90s are very, very affordable, as Swin will go over in a little bit here. We talked about his team. But yeah, right now most feared's bottomed out. They're cheaper. The cheapest 87s and 90s and 84s and 82s and 80s on the market right now. You can't sell them if you tried for anything that's going to be valuable. So if it is 10-to-1, then that 90 that's selling for 215K will quick sell for, it'll convert the candle will convert to 350K. So I'm just waiting to find out what the conversion is and then go from there, whether I'm going to quick sell them or not. The B&Ds I'm obviously going to keep on the team. There's no reason to. I mean, B&Ds are a great thing to have at any time. So keeping my B&Ds and waiting for the conversion rate.
Gotcha. Yunk, you?
I'm not really doing anything. I'm just kind of waiting and seeing what the next promo is. I don't really even think I have any regular of the most fear cards. I think everything I have at this point is B&D. So um, I will keep a handful of them for sure. Like Moss, James Harrison, because he has Steeler chem. So um, yeah, I'm just kind of wait and see what the next program brings and go from there. The biggest thing is the anticipation of what happens with the shapeshifter.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm more interested in because I used to shoot out of those guys. Swain, are you doing anything in particular?
Yeah, and I'm doing a lot, but I'm gonna wait till we get to crystals. But yeah, my I've been patiently waiting for the most feared prices to drop, and today was the first day that I went, holy shit, they dropped. And I took full advantage of crystal players coming out and people offloading their limited most feared players. I was telling Animal about this hours ago. He gave me his advice, and I don't disagree with him. But I sold. Well, we'll talk about crystals. I'm all in right now on most feared except for the 90s. I'm waiting for the 90s to drop, and they're probably going to drop in price in the next day or two.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Well, go ahead.
I was like, yeah, today with not just the crystals that came out, just like the packs that were in there really dropped down those most feared. So good move, Swain.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
good purchases.
All right,
Yeah,
guys. So new ranked season. How's everybody feeling about it? Swain, you down?
God damn it. It's funny. Kooky and I played the season 1, And I remember poor Animal and poor Yumi, they were done so early. They're like, let's go. We need season 2. And I'm like, fuck, I am so fucking beyond like being done. And then Kookie and I were playing every day. We would get a game in. We get one win a day, and it was so awesome. And then I fell behind the 8 ball a little bit, and he pushed me to get done. Kookie did, and I was like, okay, we got done. This is cool. Season 2 came out. We both mutually agreed. We're like, we're not playing it. We're not going to get. Is it hero or champion? I always get them backwards.
Champion.
Champion. We're not going to get champion. We're not even going to fucking play it this season because the cards suck. We don't even want them. And then goddamn Kookie was like, yeah, randomly one day, he's like, I'm going to play 27 games and make everybody leave Discord because I'm yelling and screaming. And he did. He got it. And we mutually agreed that since he did it last season, I would do it this season. And I haven't even played my fucking pre-qualifying games. What are they called?
Yeah,
What are
the
the
prelim
qualifying games.
qualifiers.
Yeah.
Qualifiers. Yeah.
I haven't even played those yet. So now I'm team building and trying to get them done. But I don't even remember the original question.
What are your thoughts on the rank season? But you wouldn't know.
I will fucking let you know. I've got a world of shit ahead of me. I can't wait to see how fucking horrible it's gonna be. But that's end of the day, all the shit we talk about on this show and all the shit we watch and play, and this is what it's about. We play for this blood, sweat, and tears of head-to-head rank season. This is what we're here for. We don't like it. We may get pissed off. We may get angry. But goddamn, when you're done for the season and you can just sit back and go, give me my all team Kim card. Give me my all team Kim. And I know you guys are still waiting for it now, but I'm like, I'm seeing that. I want to say RG3. It's an RG3. You know what I'm talking about. I'm like, well, we'll get into it. And when we talk about crystals, I will talk about what I'm currently doing. Yeah, I'm done.
All right, I know Yimmy's played his qualifying games because
I did.
watched it.
Yeah, I went 2 for 3 in those, and I played 5 more games after that. Went 3 and 2, so I'm 5 and 5 right now, which is still only like bronze 3 or whatever. It was just, I don't know. I think Sunday I was just a little exhausted from exciting Bills game and everything like that, and just just didn't feel like dealing with ranked. It seemed like a lot of like the heavy hitters were going in to get their top 100.
Placement matches.
Games.
Placement matches. Sorry.
There you go.
Placement.
There you go. So yeah, I think I was just kind of exhausted from that. So we'll get back into it. Well, we gotta see what kind of programs we get, with the breakouts coming out Thursday. But no, at some point I'll get some ranked games in this weekend. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, again, if you lose, you only lose a little. If you win, you level up pretty good. So I'm gonna say it shouldn't be too bad, but it probably will be this time around. But I think my overall thing was and this is basically because of the crystal players that my decision. I already took the David Njoku. I'm like, well, when the shapeshifter's gone, I'm gonna need a new tight end, and here we go with the crystal Danny McBride. So it's like, so do I? Well, at least I have a tight end too now. Oh god, it's just one of those where it's like I didn't need an edge rusher because the Bills just got 3 of them this past week, and then. The running back, I'm just like, well, I'll be stuck at running back for a while because I'm still using Crystal Gibbs, actually, who's, one of my favorite players in October, but we'll get to the Crystal players when it comes down to it. But at first I was planning on not doing this ranked. I'm like, RG3, I'll have a new Josh Allen by then. Buda Baker's 4'8", and then I don't even know who the D tackle is, but I'm sure he sucks. But then I looked at the cards, I'm like, all right, these are actually pretty good. So, I just don't want to come down to a situation like we saw a lot of last year. Don't get me wrong, free cards are still free cards, even though it costs, your time and patience to play through ranked. Are the cards like already outdated by the time you get them? Case in point, this David Njoku, it's like, well, here's the Standing Bride. Don't get me wrong, one was free, one was 2 million coins. So it's just kind of one of those situations where I just don't want to see the ranked cards getting outdated early on like we saw a lot of last year. So hopefully they're still viable going forward. And so we'll see what happens at the end of season 3.
Okay, Young, you dabble your feet in the ranked head-to-head streets.
Yeah, so I really like the ranked program. I do not take head-to-head very seriously. Like,
You
I
just started
lab.
playing head-to-head too. You hadn't been playing head-to-head for until what, like 3-4 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played basically no head-to-head until, I don't know, a quarter or 3/4 into the second rank season. But I mean, I lab and I work on stuff offline or whatever, and I played the rank games and stuff, and I don't usually get too frustrated. I usually just try to have fun with it. And the cool thing about ranked is, what you win one game and you can lose like what 3 or 4 before you drop a level. So
Mhm.
I really like it. It is something to shoot for. It gives you something to aim for. Um, I think the cards are pretty good. I are they going to be standouts on your team? No, but they're great fillers, especially if you get O linemen, D tackles, like the edge rusher. It just depends on what your team has. Like the Steelers don't generally have great running backs in the game. I know there are some, but usually nothing spectacular. So a guy like Jamal Charles is perfect, and his stats are very close to the Jamar Gibbs crystal that came out.
Almost identical, yeah.
Pretty
Yeah,
much. Yeah.
Mm.
Mhm.
yeah. So um, I do have a real funny story about ranked. Uh, I'll be brief with it. Ranked resets Saturday morning. I I finished rank getting to champion like the Tuesday prior, and I was up late and I was playing head to head. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna play one more game, then I'm gonna go to bed. So I go jump into a head to head game, and I'm sitting there playing. I was like, why is there 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the quarter? I accidentally picked ranked instead of head to head.
Mhm.
And mind you, I was at
This was Friday. This was Friday night before
before
it
it
ended.
Oh
resets.
wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love the
And
animal knows about it.
I was at like 3,211, and you have to be at 3,200 or whatever. So, or no, it's lower than that. But anyways, I was only plus 11. So I was like, oh crap, I need to lock in. So I locked in, fought, lost, dropped down to hero.
Fuck.
Oh
And
no.
it's like 2 or 3 in the morning. And I'm like, all right, I gotta play another game. Jumped into
Can't
another
stop
game,
now.
get housed right away, down 16-0. The guy went for 2 both times. I'm like, all right, I'm bouncing. Like, gotta play another one. See, that's the good thing about the way it works. I mean, you can.
Yeah.
All I had to do was win one of the next 4 games or
Yeah.
something like that.
Pretty much.
So
Yeah.
I jumped in the third game, took advantage, beat the dude, went to bed at like 3:30 or 4. All because I made
You made
one
one
little click
Mhm.
mistake.
Mhm.
You
at
made
the worst possible
champion.
time. If you'd done it Thursday
Right.
or Wednesday, would have been fine.
Right.
Do it
Mhm.
tomorrow. No, it was literally a couple hours before it ended.
Jeez.
Yep. So I learned my lesson. I'm very thorough when I select the game
Yeah.
modes now, and yeah. So I'll play through the next season. I haven't started yet, but yeah, I'll go and try to get whoever, probably the defensive tackle. I think probably looks like,
Yeah, Wyatt. That's who I'm going
yeah,
with as well.
yeah, he looks pretty solid. And
That's
Buddha's
good.
too
Yeah.
little. Buddha's too little. 5'10" safety, not gonna make the squad. Sorry,
yeah.
buddy.
Yep.
And Bob Griffin, we don't know his release, so it's hard to know.
It says release 1 on MuttGG.
It does, okay.
So it's like he has the most basic release there is. Not that it's
Yeah.
bad, because
No.
I could go on a tangent about releases, but I don't really think there's a bad one this year. I think they did a good job with those to kind
Yeah,
of
I agree.
take away the I need Slinger 1, I need Slinger 1. So
All
Yeah,
right.
I think EA's done a good job the last couple of years, like doing away with that. Like the quarterbacks do have different releases, but the timing is not all that off. As it's not as noticeable as it has been in years past. Where it's like, yeah, you need that Slinger 1 release or traditional 4 or whatever
yeah,
whatever the metas were each year, and then EA's got to go and like change the releases for golden tickets and future cards coming out and making
right.
quarterbacks right-handed instead of left-handed just because of their mechanics. It's just over it.
Well,
Just
that's a
make
good
things
question.
work.
Has anybody used a left-handed quarterback this year at all?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
Until there
I would
comes
say,
out with like an AK Southpaw Josh, no.
right. Yeah, I like Vix it gets Steeler chems, but I he was just too expensive. And then by the time his Redux was out, so I was just curious. I saw a lot of the pros using Vic during the first MCS tournament, so I'm assuming that a lot of the issues with left-handed quarterbacks have gone away.
Gotcha.
The first round of MCS, they
Good
were
point.
using the Vic because everyone was doing those Texas 4-man stunts, and everybody was going to the inside. And by the time the D tackles were outside, the quarterback had enough time to roll out, and he could get out of the pocket, set his feet, and do all this stuff. So like that wasn't like the big issue. Like he was fast at the time, but there wasn't much issues with like rolling out and trying to throw on the left side on the
Right.
run. They were able to get the time because of these stunts that everybody was doing. So there wasn't like a big issue. So yeah.
True.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to see improvement on that.
Animal, did I ask you about ranked?
You did not.
Go.
You did not. No.
And we don't have time for that. So no.
That's I haven't touched them. I usually let it marinate for a couple days because like Yemi said, it's just all sweats the first couple days because people are just rushing to get there. If you look right now, like the top 100 guys have all played over 100 games and came out 3 days ago. It's fucking nuts. And I just always quit my first 5. So I'm a big believer in, like, you'll if you guys look at compare records and stuff, mine's usually pretty bad because I if it's the game I'm gonna lose, I just quit out. And you can tell pretty quickly. If the way I look at it, it's not worth my time to sweat, and because those games take a lot out of me. Like I feel like I got done running a marathon, even if I win or lose playing those, like, because we can win them, but once you make one mistake, you throw a pick, I just quit immediately. Because you only lose this much, and then you win. Freaking camera. Yeah, you lose this much, and then if you win, you gain 3 or 4 times that. So I basically treat rank like a speed run, and if it's a game where it's close, I'm in. If it's, god damn it, yeah. So
Beat it till it works.
That's what she said.
so yeah, that's the bad. Oh, and then always when you get to champion, you want to make sure you're a little bit above. You want to be like 20, 30 above. Not just in case, because sometimes it makes you play a game to get the card, and you don't want to end up losing that game and then get kicked down a level when the season ends. So
Am I the only
if
one
you
who's
have the
patient
ability,
enough to wait for the season recap to show up? Like,
yeah, some people aren't. Some people
okay.
will immediately click
Some
right
I
in.
do know people did get screwed out of it because
Yeah,
it's like I'm waiting for that season recap to show up, and then I'm like, okay, I
it's
think
usually
I'm
like
pretty
a day
set.
later. It's usually like a day
Yeah,
after.
mine was just later on in the afternoon, but I'm like, I'm
Okay,
pretty sure I can claim this now, and I did, and there we go.
nice.
Gotcha.
That's funny. You said give yourself some leeway. I thought you were immediately already coming back to me.
No,
about-
just
like,
for
that would have been
for when you
great.
claim it.
I
'Cause
wish you
sometimes,
would have actually.
right? Because sometimes when you claim it, like some people have gone to claim it on the day it drops,
Mhm.
and then they puts them in a game, and then they lose that game, and they kick down a whole tier like you did.
Mhm.
So if
Yep.
you can have
And
the
then you
ability
have
to
to see you have to see everybody tweeting at Xerxes crying about it.
right,
I do see a lot of people because honestly, going from like Champion 2 and Champion 3, the coin is actually pretty good. So it's like, I mean, for the most part, I get to
yeah,
Champion 1, I'm just like, okay, I'm done with it. But if you actually did keep playing ranked, the coin is actually pretty
it's like
good. Like I think you
70K,
get
like
like
70, 80K, yeah,
yeah, something like that to get up to Champion 2, and then I think another 100K for Champion 3, something
yeah,
like that, right? It's close to it,
yeah.
but it's like it's good coin if you want to sweat it out. But yeah, I'm good with that. But yeah, some actually say, well, I'm in Champion 3, so I'm more than okay.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I didn't realize you got so many coins for going through the ranked. I don't know if it
Ton.
was like that last year, but I was
It
like,
it
Not to
was
this
like that
degree.
last year. It's actually
Not to this
pretty good.
degree. Not
Yeah.
this quantity, but yeah, you definitely got coins. But no,
You,
like
you
this
got
year,
coins last year, but yeah, this year it seems like a lot better coins for leveling up.
yeah, I mean that on top of getting a pretty sweet card that gets all 32 team chems, and I'm all for it. And to Animal's point, number 1 on the leaderboard right now has 140 games played.
came out 3 days ago.
Jesus.
3 days ago.
Mhm.
They're 132 and 8.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
then
and
you're gonna
that's
have
the
to keep
thing.
Tell me
they
you're
have to keep that
fucking
pace.
miserable to play without telling me you're fucking miserable to play.
And you have to keep up with
Jesus.
that to stay in your top 100 because yeah, other players, everybody else is coming for you. So
You know the flip side of that is that individual may love Madden and just have so much fun playing, and maybe we're envious of them without knowing it because I do love Madden. But I've been playing Battlefield and I've been playing Call of Duty and I've been playing some other games, and I'm like,
Fortnite.
oh my god, dude! Imagine. Okay, like here's the best example I can give you. Animal just literally said it. Imagine Animal and I didn't have to work for the next 3 days, and we could play 180 games of Fortnite. How much fun we'd have the whole fucking time.
The entire time. If we had to play
I-
180 games of Madden, I would be in a fucking straitjacket by day one.
God bless the individuals playing that many games in 3
Mhm.
days. Holy smokes!
They got it figured out. They have a good scheme. They enjoy it because they're good
God,
at what they do. So
they have
power
all
to
the
you.
crystal players. They have all of them.
Oh yeah, and
Mm.
all the top 100 players. So they've 15 million in 3 players, or
That's
no,
right.
30 million in 3
30
players.
million.
Insane.
Twice.
That's funny you said that, Swain, because I said the same thing to Animal the other day. I was watching Dreeny on and off Saturday and Sunday, and I think he streamed 10 hours a day, played nothing but ranked, and he was cool, calm, and collected because being incredible at the game makes it so much more stress free. So it's like you said. I mean, they're out there having fun
Yeah.
because they're
Yeah.
winning all the time. So it's
He's a
easy
pro player.
peasy.
You know, that's what he
Yeah.
does.
I think pro player or not, I think we all collectively put way too much stress on ourselves to try to win playing Madden. And I think if I play Fortnite, I play Call of Duty, I play all these types of games, I always try to win. I'm a competitive person. That's why it keeps me coming, is to play the competitive side of it. But yeah, I often think of a game. You guys may have not played it, Mario Party on N64.
Oh yeah.
Not N64.
Super,
What was the
Switch?
box? GameCube.
Oh, GameCube.
GameCube.
Oh yeah.
And dude, like, we'll go to Vegas next year. Fucking 1v1 me, 1v3 me. I'll fuck you guys up. I'm horrible. I'm
1v3 me.
toxic. And honestly, like, it got to the point where it wasn't fun for me anymore because I was so good at the game. And you play close to 100 games right now after it's been out 3 days. They've got to be good at the game. They've got to
Yeah.
be like, I don't know if it's fun at that point or if it just goes past fun to you got to make money playing it.
I wonder how many of those games don't even make it to halftime because they're just
they're just
they're just
dominating.
dominating.
People.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
I kind of take some of the, so I'm not super competitive. Like obviously I want to win or whatever, but I know that I'm just an average Joe, so I kind of accept that. But I like to follow the pro players, and I like to look at the top 100. I like to follow that stuff. It's fun, especially at the end of the season when everybody's fighting for it. And I'm sitting here looking at the leaderboard, and average points for the top 5 are 20, 20, 19, 23, 19. You would think that it would be a lot higher, but exactly like you said, these guys are probably up 21 nothing.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
Impressive
people are out.
performances.
Yeah, exactly. What's that? I've only ever had that done to me.
I've seen the other side that I've been outmatched apparently. So and you can feel free to leave.
Animal, you did that to somebody the other day, didn't you?
I did. The first 2 games were so good, and the last
Beat
the second 2 were
pants
just so ungood.
It started off
good.
so well.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna play Madden all night. And then the next 2 games,
It
I
is
was like,
exciting. It is exciting
out.
when a guy like me can get one of those. I'm like, oh, we
go
get
fuck
this. We
myself.
get that message. We never see this, and I'm
Yeah,
always like,
ooh!
and then when they say the game will resume, I'm like, put on a pot of coffee, get another round. This is going to be a
Yep,
while.
it's gonna be a long one, brother.
Yeah.
Madden
And we're
giveth
chewing
and
clock in the
Madden
third
taken
quarter,
away.
going
Taketh
down, and-
away. So guys,
Thank God for Fortnite.
we got some news the other day. We're all in for a glorious third round of Crystal players. Swain, I'm gonna let you take us into this talk. How are we feeling about
Oh,
this?
fuck. I brought this up and I thought Animal nailed it. He said this was it. This is all we got. We got an offense, we got a defense. We got offense first and then defense, or one or the other. And I was like, yeah, it doesn't make sense for there to be more crystals. I said on this show, I was fucking unbelievably irritated that Crystals Part 2 came out. That I said, I'm done. I'm not going to spend another $300 fucking dollars, and I'm not going to spend all my coins to chase these players. and I sold my Barkley and I sold some of the other players, and I haven't done it since. And this literally today happened when I saw that the crystals came out, and I was like, you know what, I'm done. I every Madden I've played, it's like I do theme teams and everybody else does the cool theme teams. They do the breakouts, they do the team builders, they do the most feared, and anybody who's doing theme teams, you're like on that lower end of the spectrum. You're like, well, you're not the God Squad. It's cool though. It's cool you have an all Bills theme team with some cool players. It's cool you have a Cowboys theme team or a Steelers theme team or a Broncos theme team, but you know damn well who the theme teams God Squads are. Like right now, it's the Raiders. And I decided today, you know what? I'm gonna go opposite. I'm gonna go fuck theme teams. I'm gonna go. When I say theme teams, I mean like a specific NFL team. I've been doing it all day. I've been chasing a most feared theme team. I'm gonna do what nobody else is doing and just try to have fun with it. It's actually been, it's been fucking fun. I don't want crystals on my team. I have, I could change. I think that Animal and Yimmy would both nod their heads in unbelievable amount of agreement that it's crazy that it took me until November 4th this year to finally change my theme team. I've been Bills all year long. I am not going to chase these fucking crystal players. I don't care if it was $100 today. I still wouldn't have bought it. I'm so fucking done with it. I just want to have fun, and I'm gonna do, follow up with me in a week. I'm gonna do a lot of ranked this weekend and throughout the week. And uh it sounds horrible to even say it out loud, ranked. But I just want to have fun and build a fun theme team and not be stuck with certain players. And I cannot fucking believe how bad these crystal players are being pushed right now. And I was talking to Bowers just before I went live with you guys. I was like, this is the shittiest part. Let's say Kooky or Ichabod decided, you know what, Swain, buy the crystals. We're giving you $300. I wouldn't even want them on my team because I want to sell them to have the coins to buy other items. And that's the shitty part. It's not like years past when I got Richard Sherman and I spent Belly Ball made me spend 1.7 million coins. Back that was like 4 years ago. I can't even tell you guys in today's economy with MUT that would be like 7-8 million. And that fucking card was good for 4 months. It was incredible. And I didn't feel like I wasted the coins. I don't know if they're gonna change these crystal players. I sold Barkley and we were laughing about it. I sold it for 1.8 million on this show. An Animal looked it up and he goes, he's going for 1.8 right now. I sold Barkley today for just shy of 2 million coins. That was 2 fucking months ago. And I pulled him out of an exchange set. It's crazy. It's crazy how hard it is to get those cards. And it's crazy how I if you play a game and lose right now, can you blame it on the fact if you don't have the crystal players? Maybe because you don't have the new ones. Yunk, you just started playing. If you get on right now and somebody has the new top 3 crystals, your immediate thought is, I'm gonna fucking lose. He has the new 3 crystal players. He probably has every crystal player. I've never seen Madden in this shape where these crystal players are so mind-blowing to me. It's not one item. It's literally 9 items now that probably most everyone has on their theme team. I'm just done. I'm not going to chase them. I'm not going to fucking chase them. And I hate to say this, but like if I had $300 right now and I just decided, you know what, and I don't, by the way, if I decide, fuck, I'm going to put $300 in this game I've already put $800 into, I'm not even going to keep them. I'm going to fucking sell them because how do I not sell them and make 8, 9, 10 million on them right now? I'm going to go on record right now on 11/4/2025 and say this. I really hope that during Thanksgiving week, there's some stupid fucking blitz pack and all the crystals come out and they're relatively inexpensive or cheap for everyone. And I hope everyone who's sitting on crystal players right now gets royally fucked with them. because I'm not going to get fucked with Saquon Barkley being 2 million coins on my fucking team. All 5 fingers, junk. I want all 5 fingers. I'm running a most feared theme team, and it's fucking awesome. And I cannot wait to go out on the squad and play with this most feared theme team. I am not chasing fucking crystals. You're not getting me, EA. I'm done. That's
I'm
it.
really glad that you said exactly. I'm not chasing his cards. About a month or so ago, I was sitting on 5 of the 6 available crystal cards, and I was trying to get Gibbs, and I just couldn't pull the trigger on it. It was so expensive, and I just got thinking, like, they're just gonna keep doing this. They're gonna keep adding, because we had talked to Animal about how this was gonna be it. We thought, and I just had this feeling they were gonna keep doing it. They're gonna keep adding them, and it's just gonna be more and more money, more and more expensive, more and more coins. And I just decided that exactly what you said. I'm not gonna spend the entire rest of this game chasing those cards, and I sold them all. And I haven't looked back, and I'm not touching them again. Thoughts, Animal?
It's it's hard to be hypocritical about it because when the first ones came out, we're like, "Fuck yeah, it's the best thing ever! $300, 8 million coins, let's go!" And it's same thing right now. If you want to make coins, buy the crystal packs. $250, and you'll get 5 million coins guaranteed, plus whatever else you get. So it's a floor of 5 million coins. So in terms of making coins and being competitive, or even if you use cards, even the boosts, the last 2 have been not worthy of the coin stack you're putting up. The crystal boost for this current one is tackle, jump, hit power, agility, block, shed, pursuit, man coverage, zone coverage, all +1s. None of those are going to really dynamically change your team like the first ones did. The first ones are by a million times the best with speed. The second ones you get +1 excel, that's okay. I don't see like this one. This one's just very middling, and the positions aren't even that great. The McBride's probably the best of the 3 cards. I don't really see a need. We already got so many free safeties right now that are good and free. Like the McCollum card is just as good as that Minka card is. And he gets all team 10s. So I just don't see a need. Jesse Bates, yeah, I'm using both. Yeah, both of those cards are free safeties.
If all 3 of those cards were in the store right now, if all 3 of those cards you could play 3 hours of solos to get all 3 of them for your team, raise your hand if you would take those 3 cards for your team right now. Everyone should have their hand up because it's every fucking theme team. They know that everyone wants these cards. If these cards were specific to their teams, we're like, I'm not going to add them. Yimmy's like, I got my Bills theme team. I've got my 50. I'd rather play, Taylor Rapp instead of this guy or whatever. Like, Yunk, you're doing the same with your Steelers, and it's just crazy. Like, they know exactly. I put that tweet out. And sorry, I'm taking your fucking thunder. I just
no, you're
fucking
no,
spoke
go.
for a while. I literally put a tweet out that Yimmy showed me because I said I think we're gonna get to a point this year where you're gonna be able to have your theme team, but none of the people on your theme team played for your actual fucking team. And we were joking about it. And then like 3 weeks later, my fucking GG put something out. And I put it out on Twitter thinking like this would be really funny. I'm going to tell Yimmy about it. And it got like 15,000 fucking views. Can you imagine if I do an updated one? Like it's unbelievable to me. Like we're literally at a point this year. I don't care who you're a fucking fan of. You're just going to change each week if you want to, because that's what we're heading into. You're going to keep all these same items, but you're just going to adjust for certain teams. I can think of specific years where I pulled a B&D limited or I pulled a B&D really high tier card where I was like, or a good example, like a new program comes out, like say Most Feared. And let's say you pull Lamar Jackson and Ray Lewis is limited and Lamar's not. You're starting to like, fuck, I should switch theme teams. And back then you had to put 25 players in your lineup. You want to fucking do that now? Add 2 players and just change all the fucking teams. That's all you have to do. It's crazy. And it doesn't cost you anything.
Builders and you're all set.
That's it. That's all you have to do. Sorry, I've never seen Madden this way. It's just
it's just gonna keep getting worse. We're gonna get 3 ranked players in another couple weeks. We're gonna every team builders, the divisions all have all 4, you know, in that division, and then the Masters, there's 2 each one that gets. Yeah, it's out of control already. Like every team, it's we were like so excited. Oh, hope season 3 gets it. Now I'm like, fuck, man. Like, yeah, it's just now there's just every team is just an amalgamous blob of the same players with like 2 other unique players, except unless the Raiders. The Raiders always just they have such a insane team this year. You're almost at a huge disadvantage if you're not running Raiders because they have the most high tier players at good premier positions that don't have all team chems.
Well, we'll see if they're overloading the next program because we actually saw with the Unreal Moments, the Rams team was actually the one there because of all the dual chems that those players got, and then same thing with the Most Feared. You know, that was like the mostly Randy Moss and just getting a Dickerson that came out, then too the GNT that came out. There was a lot of good Raiders players that came out that got like Raiders and Most Feared, the
Jamal
Max Crosby,
Mays,
the free
yeah.
Max Crosby. Yep. So yeah, so we'll see. If the breakouts, it looks like it's still gonna be Raiders because there's 2 Raiders free cards that you get off the rip.
Of course.
So EA basically, I mean,
They're just leading
don't get me
edge
wrong.
stuff.
Don't get me wrong. These a lot of these programs are set at the beginning of the year.
Yep.
They don't know, but then all of a sudden it's like, well, maybe they do know a little
Well,
bit.
Thornton they definitely added in. Those that Porter and the Thornton card those were
Yeah.
ones that
There's no
Henry
shot
wanted
that was
yeah.
by mistake. Yeah.
No.
Gotcha. So Yemi, are you rocking the crystal players?
I still have the release 1s and 2s, and I keep staring at the 3s. I'm weak. All I have to do is do one more solo, like one more solo tier tomorrow, get one more solo token, and I'll have the 32. And by Thursday, they should be updated. And the Trey McBride and Leonard Williams should be in there, and I can take Trey McBride at least for that. So I'll have 2 tight ends in my team that I only use one. And anyways, that's just me. So at least there's that. I don't know if eventually I am going to get all 3 because, like Swain said, it's like I don't want any of these players. I just want the boost, just the boost. So, but it's like, yeah, it's every month. It's like you're spending $300 a month just on crystal players if you're buying the bundles. It's just exhausting. Knock on wood, there's no Bills players, so I won't get screwed later on when that player gets an upgrade and then you can't use the crystal player anymore. But like, I get it. It's early in the year. In July, you're not going to be wanting to spend $300 on crystal players because everyone's going to be 99 everything's anyways. But it's just at some point it's got to stop. Like it has to. They can't do this every month. Well, I mean they can, but my God, don't.
Please don't.
They're like,
Stop
hold
it.
my beer.
Yeah,
They
10 months of
Maybe
crystal
will.
players. Like, oh my, can you imagine if it's like June or July and you have 30 fucking crystal players on your team? Like, can you imagine? I mean, they haven't done any offensive line yet. Like, if they do, that'll be like 5-6 million just for that card if it's if it's one of the limiteds or whatever. But no, I mean they haven't done anything like that yet. So we'll see if at some point it's just got to stop though. It really does. I have two running back spots filled up right now because of crystal players. Thank God there wasn't a third one in this, or else I'd be probably playing college football or something. Well, I'm out. I'm done.
Choices to make.
Yeah, that's true. I play a lot of Madden, not as much as I used to, but I still play a lot. I'm a big chem whore. I'm weak. We'll see what happens. Just I'm gonna get at least a free Trey McBride, and I'm sure that'll kick me in the ass or something like that. I'll be like, well, now I get it. Just one of those.
Your level of commitment is disturbing to me.
It's one of those things where in poker when you say pot committed, I think I'm just about there.
Young, you rocking crystal players? Pro, anti? What do you got?
So I have the first 3 because speed is king. But I didn't get them until Certain was reduxed, and they were cheaper. And then I had to pay it for Barkley, but I had pulled them previously, so that pretty much offset for me selling him. So like today, I like because I'm playing head to head more, and I'm trying not to spend money. I gave myself an allowance. I said I'm going to go ahead and buy these players because it's going to be like 8 million coins, and then I'm going to be set. So I did buy them, and I ended up with 8 million, I think, between those cards and whatever else I pulled. So for that, it's essentially like buying coins. Basically, it's
For 300
legally buying
bucks,
coins.
that's a good
Yeah, I mean
price,
that's a
honestly.
lot.
When you
Like
think
I'm
about it, yeah.
literally not gonna have to do anything the rest of the year, which is good, and because that's a whole other issue. But the thing with the crystals, I don't think that Series 2 or Series 3 are going to hold their values like the first one did, because the plus speed, even though it's +1, was everything. Um, it had finesse move and block shed too, which is cool, but like speed is king. So I think that's the reason that like the Barkley's still expensive. I don't think you're going to see Fred Warner, Nico Collins, Leonard Williams, and McBride hold their value the way that the first group did. Um, and then, you made a good point. Like, are we going to have a roster full of 30 Crystal players? Well, you're going to have to make decisions at some point if they continue to come out, because you're not going to be able to roster these guys because you're going to need spots for players that have higher overalls, and you're sitting there dragging an 85 still. So it's going to be interesting to see what develops with it. My whole concern, along with you guys, about like the team chems and all that stuff, because it is ridiculous. For example, I just looked at the Cowboys and I clicked the button on MuttGG where it says just do all players with all chems. The Cowboys have a left guard, a right guard. The right guard's the 77, mind you. They have CeeDee Lamb, but he gets all 32. And then Deron Bland. Those are all legit.
And that card was panned for being fucking dog shit for it's a limited, and it's a dog shit limited.
Right. Those are all.
Did you get it? Sorry to interrupt. Did you get it?
Of course
No.
I did. Of course I did.
Is he actually bland or is he spicy?
He's not bland. He's spicy. I got a sick
So-
user lurk with him last night or 2 nights ago. Pretty
Nice.
happy.
There you go.
Yeah, so like that goes along with what Swain said and what Kooky threw a fit about a couple weeks ago. It's crazy to think that you can have this theme team and only have 3 legitimate players.
Yep.
But my main concern is when are they going to bring back the speed boost? When is another set of these crystals going to have the speed boost? That's when, again, it's going to go insane and kind of reset everything.
They'll be like fucking 8 million coins.
They will, because everybody knows what like the Barkley did and stuff like that. So people are going to snap them up. They're going to invest in them. But I think that's when it's going to go nuts again. Then because then you can get rid of your first 3 guys, or you can still have them and have +2 speed. And I want to ask an honest question to you guys. Does +1 speed matter? Does it really, really matter?
Nope.
No. I compared a lot of Madden Ultimate Team to fishing. The lures aren't for the fish, they're for the fishermen. You go to the fishing store. Do you know what fish want to eat? Fuck no, you don't. But you're like, this looks like if I was a fish, I'd eat this. Ah shit, it's $20. Well, this one over here is $5, but this one's really nice and it's new and it's shiny, and my friend said it's really good. That's how I view. That's how I view Madden.
I feel like sorry, go ahead.
I'm just gonna say, like, I actually really do enjoy playing cut. I've been playing a lot more college almost than Madden recently in the last couple of weeks, but I have a hard time playing cut for the sole purpose I don't know who the players are.
Yeah.
It really drives me nuts. I'm like, I know who my quarterback is, but I'm like, oh, who is this guy? Who is this guy? And I liked some of the stuff in Madden where I would see like you match up against a guy where it's like, oh my God, he has so and so, like he has this player on his team, and we're at a year of Madden where you're seeing a lot of the same players on a lot of the same teams you're playing. Like imagine going on, excuse me, imagine going live right or live. Imagine going to play online head to head right now, and you play a Raiders theme team.
Every game.
Yeah.
Every game.
It could be a fucking pastor at your local church, whether you go to it or not. And you're like, fuck this fucking guy for running a Raiders theme team. And then he comes out in double mug, and you're like, fuck his family too. Fuck all of them. And like at some point it's like, do you fucking blame him? But like I wanna get back to the days of Madden where I'm like, respect, dude. This guy's running a Panthers theme team.
Yeah.
This guy's running
He's gone too far.
Yeah. There's nothing unique this year. Everyone's running and doing the same thing, and like there was
In a
a
year when you
time
don't have to, too.
you don't have to, and
You can
and
run
it was
any
like
theme team. Yeah.
it was like, hey, Animal, you have a I'm not even going to use Animal. Like, Young, you have a Steelers theme team. I've never ran a Steelers theme team. What's it look like this year? You don't have to tell me this year. I know exactly what the fuck it looks like. I can tell you right
Everybody
now what
else's
it
team.
looks like.
Yeah. Looks like mine.
I saw that it might have been problem that said Mutt Leaks ruined Madden this year, and like he was getting just beat up and down on social media, and I was like, he's not far off. Like there was a time, and I remember multi years of hanging out with my friends where I'm like, Yimmy, the amount of time Yimmy and I spent wasted of like, we could get Bruce, we could get Andre, we could get Jim, we could get Thurman, and oh my God, can you imagine James Lofton and Cornelius, and like we're just trying to come up with all these players that could help for. Well, hopefully we get a left guard, and hopefully we get a left outside linebacker at this time, and that all that fun of Madden is gone this year. It doesn't matter. You don't even like. I have no interest to know even who's coming out next week. It does not matter who's coming out in Madden. That the only card Yimmy's gonna nod his fucking head up and down quite aggressively. The only card Yimmy and I want right now, we want Josh Allen, and we're expecting him at zero chill. We want our zero chill Josh Allen. Outside of Josh Allen, like who do you want, Animal? Who's coming out? Who's coming out in Madden on the Cowboys theme team? You're gonna probably get Dion Thanksgiving or Christmas. That'll be fun.
Dion cards. Oh, here's the thing. Dion cards always play really bad. They're
Yeah.
they're good kick returns. They're always really bad in coverage. They have no press.
Who
And
are you
yeah,
excited for? Who are you
Emmitt
excited
Smith.
for?
Probably Emmitt Smith.
Emmett be a good one. Young, who are you excited for? You just got Shazier, Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, exactly. I would love to have. I've never had a good Ben card in
Yeah.
the game.
And
so-
that was Young Sky too.
Yep.
Or
and Heinz
or Heinz would be good. Bettis would be great. Bettis is always a good time. And I just think like let Bettis come out right now as a 99 overall. Like, are you gonna be like, oh my God, he's 99 overall? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm getting less and less excited about the items that are coming out in Madden because of all this theme team craziness. Like, God, it's just such an odd year for that. I don't know. I don't know why they did the huge change towards the theme teams. I know somebody mentioned earlier we were so excited at first, and now it's like, and that's where we're at. Like, I'm really excited for a long snapper. I want a limited long
We
snapper.
need an LTD long snapper. That's
all. That's all
that's
I've
all
been
they're
asking
sticking
for.
around for.
It's tough, man.
Well,
I will say this though, when you're talking about players that get like alt chems, like I have and currently do spend coins for players that are actual Bills players or have played for the Bills as opposed to using like free players. Like, I mean, like I could still be using this, Jonathan Allen D tackle. Will Anderson, I actually am still using, but it's like, no, I want Gruden on my team. I want Bruce Smith on my team. Like, I actually do want these guys, like actual like Bills players. That's exciting. Getting the Mad Max Nike rivalries card was like, thank you, finally. Like a speedy Bills player that um, like unique to the Bills and everything like that. But yeah,
How
I
is
have a
he
lot
so
of players
high
that
on your
get all.
team?
How is he? What?
How is he so high on your team? Was he like a 91, 92 on your team?
I have him to a 91 right now. He's chemmed up to a 94. That's, crystalline strategy boost for you. He's
Damn.
94 speed. So, yeah. But, it's like in history, I've actually, like, even like I said, these crystal players, like, nobody's moving the needle for me because they're not Bills players. Like, I get more excited when it's an actual Bills player. I don't care if it gets all team chems or whatever, but, like, it's less exciting when they do get all team chems. Don't get me wrong. But, like,
Yeah.
when it's like actual Bills player, I get more excited than anything, and I'll tend to lean towards using like an actual Bills player as opposed to, an all team chem player. Just, it all depends on the position and everything like that, obviously. But honestly, this year I don't think I've used a Bills wide receiver all year. I really don't. Like it just seems like every time we got one, they haven't, they've been like a lower overall and not that great. Even that Stephon Diggs that came out, I didn't use him. Um, so honestly, I would take a Keon Coleman or Khalil Shakir right now. Like, give me a good Bills receiver. I would love to have that for the
Look
team.
at Stevie Johnson.
Stevie Johnson, bring him back. Why so serious? That was one of my favorite cards in Madden 23. That card was so good.
To go off of what Swain was saying about looking forward to your players and stuff like that. Well, Minka today, Steeler, and he gets all team chem, so he's insanely expensive. So he's not going to be on my team. And Rod Woodson, staple on my team every year. This year he comes out, he's limited on the collector series, which those LTDs are generally more expensive than the other LTDs because they don't really put out packs to get them. So, and I think I told this to Yimmy, it's a Raider tax. He played for the Raiders, he played for the Steelers, so he's 3 million coins instead of 1.5 ish. I mean, the Steelers hold value too, but like, yeah, it's like 2 or 3 times because he played for the Raiders.
He's actually 4 million right now, but that's
Even better.
Seriously?
yeah. There's one up for 3.958 million. That's it. Only one up.
So
Just one.
gross. Just one.
And wait,
Wow.
is there letters this weekend?
I believe so.
I think.
There
Probably,
is.
Shocker.
Convenient.
Wait, you mean crystals came out before ladders?
No way.
Who'd have thunk it?
Everybody
And
says
it-
EA's
it's
stupid.
cr-
EA's not
it's-
stupid.
They're not.
They know what they're doing.
It's crazy, Yunk, because you said that and it just like a little light bulb, a little twinkling light went off somewhere in my ADD brain.
I think that.
This year, we Yimmy and Animal and I will fight each other on this. The Bills get more limiteds than Cowboys, and I don't even have to look at Animal's face right now to know he's like, no, you don't. And Yimmy is like, yes, we do. This is a year that like
I want
I
to be
feel
able to
like
look that up on Meta.gg and compare actually.
I feel like this year everyone can make that argument. I feel like everyone could say, I think of OG being like, my Cardinals theme team. No, it's because every card in the game right now that people use is probably free or all team chem, excluding crystals. But if you want to add those in, it makes it even worse. But the only cards that are actually going to start on your team are the limiteds, because you're not going to start. Who's our up and coming? He played for another team. Yummy. He got hurt. Hoyt. Is that how he say
Hoyt,
how you
Michael
pronounce
Hoyt.
it?
Yep, Hoyt.
Okay,
Hoyt
well,
got
I
Hoyt.
didn't know who Hoyt was, and then I saw him cohesive. I'm like, this guy's fucking good. He's gonna be great. Of course, he fucking busts his Achilles, but he got a really good Madden card, and I'm like, he's not gonna start. Not on this theme.
I'm using him.
You're special. But point being, like, he didn't get a limited, right? But if he got it limited, it was like, it's like they knew if he didn't get it limited, no one's going to chase it. They're like, hey, you know, we're going to come out with Bruce Smith instead. Everyone's going to want Bruce Smith. You watch next week. You know what? Put this on record. It's 11-4. Give me 2 weeks. I bet Bills, if you include Bruce, I guess it already counts. Steelers, Broncos, Cowboys all get a really good limited in the next week or two.
And they had us
Oh,
thinking we were going to get a
Steelers.
Steve Atwater limited, and I was all excited for that.
No, hold on.
I will say this though, Swain. I jumped the gun on Bruce. He's like under 900K right now, and I paid 1.4 yesterday. So just
Thanks.
put that
Thanks.
out there.
Thanks to
Young-
today.
You got
Yeah.
Young
You're probably not wrong. Yeah.
He gets Joey Porter, right?
Yep.
Tomorrow. We just got Bruce. Have any Broncos gotten a limited? Broncos, Cowboys, you're on the clock.
We just got
Give me
bland. We
till
haven't-
next
we-
week.
We've got 9
Leaks-
limiteds already.
Leaks-
Cowboys have had 9
Leaks
limiteds.
did
already.
put out something about a
Bland.
limited Champ Bailey. 9
Well,
limiteds?
They put
9
out.
limiteds for the Cowboys.
Oh wow!
No,
All right.
I hadn't seen anything
I
about
like the
Champ
challenge.
Bailey, but they put out a Steve Atwater, and it was wrong. Apparently,
Steve Atwater,
so-
excuse me, that's who it was.
Steve
Okay.
out. Oh,
I
God,
knew it
what
was
a great card. That would be
defensive back.
such a good card to come out. Oh God, he'd be fun in Madden. I always challenge our YouTube viewers to do something. You know what your fucking homework is this week? Tell us who your theme team is. And I guarantee you in the next week or two, you're gonna get a limited for your theme team, and it's gonna be a must needed limited. And you probably won't be able to afford it. That's your homework lesson. You have 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Hey
Yeah, I
guys,
promise you, I'm not getting Porter tomorrow.
I think the Bills have had 7 limited. 7.
Yeah, you can't.
Cowboys
count the-
win.
Good math on that one. I mean, I was trying to look it up. The other was like, like Josh and Bruce, Stefan Diggs, Taylor Rapp.
Lynch.
And
Yeah, the Steelers
oh
have
yeah,
7.
beast mode. Yep.
guys,
Theo.
we got anything else
Yeah.
on the agenda tonight? Anything else we want to talk about?
No, it's solid.
I do want to say something. Whether he admits it or not, I am unbelievably proud of Young. I was absolutely out of breath when I saw him come on here. Not to say he was beefy before, but dude, it makes me want to tear up seeing how healthy and great you look. I didn't recognize you. I don't care what your journey is, but you have far exceeded your journey. I'm proud of you, dude. You look fucking phenomenal. You're motivating me to want to get healthier. I'm more than happy to share my friendship with Animal with you, but kudos, dude. You look fucking great, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna wait until
Congratulations.
we were done and tell him, but like, holy shit, like
No,
I
no.
couldn't believe it. And I feel like I
Yeah.
just seen him fairly recently, and I was just like,
Mhm.
wow.
You make all of us look fat, so good job on that. Good job on
He,
that.
he looked like me 6 months ago.
Thanks for being here, Young. We appreciate you, buddy.
Thank you for coming
oh.
on. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much, and thank you for the kind words, you guys. Your friendship means everything to me. It's what carries me through. You guys are all my closest friends. My closest friends in my entire life, I've all met through Twitch. I have like
Wow.
a few that are around me, but I talk to you guys every day, watch you guys stream, hang out, everything. So this community has just been the best thing in the world for me.
We appreciate you being here, buddy. And just so you guys know, we are going to have viewers throughout the next couple of weeks until we get to Thanksgiving. Young's the first of a few, but yeah, it's going to be a special show the week of Thanksgiving. And with that, Wes, let's be done.
Yep. So we'll be done. We'll see you guys next week. Young, thank you again for coming. Animal Swain,
Yeah,
Yimmy, thanks for hanging out.
Anytime.
And see you guys later.
Appreciate you guys as
Bye.
always.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
watching.